I've spent the morning watching, came up after I posted my last vlog, and it's what is ketosis basically. I mean, we all know ketosis is a low carbohydrate diet, but what is the science behind it? And is it proven? I mean, ketosis diet is proven to increase ketones, which help burn fat. So that's definitely proven. That's how it got its name. But some people say, oh, I'm going ketosis, and then they add in shed loads of butter and full fat creams and just fat, basically, which, depending on your body and your condition and your goals. So if you are shredded to the bone, literally nothing on you but lean muscle tissue and bone, then you're going to be able to probably turn over a lot of the fats that I just mentioned, so the full fat cream and the butter and those things. But if you're like myself, I'm around 20% at the moment, that's going to be counterproductive because it's eating in excess. I've got enough body fat at the moment to fuel off, and so the fats I'm using and keeping to a percentage of, I think, what is it? I'm at 60% fat, 40%, 45%, 35% protein and 5% carb. I just put 5% carb because when you put your macros in, although you're not actually eating any carbs on MyFitnessPal, carbs still add up. Must come from the eggs and stuff, I don't know, but it's bizarre. But I don't count them, but they go on MyFitnessPal, so I always have leeway for that. So yeah, so depending on your goals, don't look at ketosis as one set tailored way of eating, because it's not. Like any diet, like any form of scientific evidence, it can be manipulated in order to fit your goals individually. So it's the same with macro. If it fits your macros, there might be someone, you go to your friend and she's like, I'm doing if it fits your macros, and she's sitting there eating a bag of crisps, a chocolate bar and a sandwich. That may just fit her macros, but is she going to get the same results as someone eating sweet potato, chicken and vegetables? No, I think not. Personally, I think that's just not, I think it's bizarre. It is great if you're in off season, if you compete, by the way, if you're in off season and you have a set calorie amount and you want to be a little bit more flexible with your diet, that's when if it fits your macros is good, because I think it allows people to get a good mindset, a healthy mindset towards food and nutrition, and being more aware of the macronutrients they're putting into their body. So it's great for that. But if you have a particular goal and results that you want to achieve through doing the diet that you've chosen to do, so going back to ketosis, which I've chosen to do for 7 days, you can't go eating. For myself, I couldn't go having for breakfast full fat cream with butter and cheese and anything else. But if it fitted the percentage of fat that I have within my macros on my MyFitnessPal, I could. But the amount I'm going to be able to eat of full fat cream and all those other things I just mentioned is going to be minimal. So the way I see it is, I want to be able to eat more. So I'm going to use fat sources with higher volume content. So things like almonds and Udo's oil, coconut oil, high oily fishes. That's going to benefit me in terms of performance and sustaining my energy levels for a greater period of time. That's going to benefit me a lot more. So this is what I mean by dieting, manipulating your body. Never try and just see what someone else is doing and think that's going to work for you. So I may be doing ketosis. I may have 60% fat, 30% protein. This is just an example, by the way, and no carbs. So someone else will go, oh, I'm going to go do that. But they're a complete ectomorph. They're not holding much lean muscle mass. And their body fat is already fairly low. So is that going to benefit them? What's their objective for doing that? That's a personal preference. My opinion of that would be, it's a completely pointless diet. In what way do you want to manipulate your body? What are you going to get from doing that diet for your particular body shape, your current state of where you're at within your figure for a female. So don't look at what I'm doing as the ketosis for the next 7 days. Don't look at that and assume that's the most effective way to burn fat, because it's not. It's, for me, it works fab the last time I've done it. I do hold a lot of muscle with my gymnastic background, my sports background. So I do have a good foundation of muscle. And when I do cut, I'm not really afraid of losing a little bit of that, because as soon as I start eating, the way I gain muscle so quick, it's ridiculous. So for me, losing some of the gains I've made, as long as I don't sacrifice my strength and everything with that, because I don't want to make my off-season completely pointless, it's not a problem. So with ketosis, what I've learned this morning and over a period of time of doing it with experience is, people like to complicate diets. The basic understanding of ketosis is it's a diet which involves low carbohydrate intake, increases your ketones in order to burn fat more effectively, as it breaks down fat through the cells a lot more effectively. So yeah, I mean, if you're at a stage where you think you're holding a lot of muscle, you've tried carb cycling, you've tried all the other diets, and now you just want to see some fast, good results, then give it a go. Try it, by all means. But if it starts to affect your day, it might be your fats are too low, along with not having no carbs and things like that. So understand your body, manipulate it in whichever way suits you best, and yeah, and just see if it works. But as I said, don't look at diets as as set magic, post-magic. Diets aren't, there's not one set diet for everybody. That is why everybody's always trying a new diet. So look at it from a nutrition point of view and assess how your body reacts to assess how your body reacts when you manipulate your macronutrients, because that's what dieting is. All it is manipulating the macronutrients you're consuming. So that's why I always say, when you want to start dieting and you've never been into nutrition, you've never had an interest within nutrition, start with if it fits your macros. Start tracking on your MyFitnessPal. Start to find an understanding of basic macronutrients and what you've been consuming on a daily basis before you try and change anything. Because it's like anything, if I had never ever looked into nutrition and I went from eating whatever I wanted as a kid, because I could eat whatever I wanted, I always had good nutrition. My dad and that always cooked for me, so I've always had a really good base of nutrition. But I could eat what I wanted, so I'd have bowls of cereal in the evening because I trained 4 hours a night gymnastics. So I could basically eat what I wanted, stay lean. I always had a little bit of a pot belly, but nothing major. But I could eat what I wanted and stay lean because I was a gymnast and I'd trained hard. And so when I got to an age where I gave up gymnastics, I was doing athletics, but again, it wasn't as consistent. I was going out with my friends more and those kind of things. I started to get a little bit of belly fat. That's when you start to think, whoa, I was eating that 2 years ago. Why is it different now? So this is where you need to understand what you was burning and what you was using, and maybe when you was younger, what your metabolism was, your hormones, everything. Now is different. So you will have to find what's going to work for you going forwards now. So as I said, start with MyFitnessPal, track your food and understand the basics of nutrition before you try and do anything drastic within your diet. And good luck if you're going to give it a go. Any questions, please do comment below and I will definitely be sure to respond as soon as I can. Or send me an email, check out my website, that's also in the link below. And yeah, get in touch if you have any questions in relation to what I've just spoke about. I'm glad to help. But yeah, see you soon.